Hello there. Welcome back to the video. Today, I will be showing you the best protein sources. The best sources of protein you can eat. Clearly, they are not vegan, so if you're vegan, bye. So I'm currently on the floor. It's going to be easier to show you the best protein sources to eat. So obviously I eat meat. I am not vegan. I will never be vegan. And if I do, Lord help me. I must be in a life crisis if I go vegan. Most of my diet consists of beef. Beef because beef has vitamin B12. It's got all the good nutrients. People don't believe that beef doesn't have the right amount of micronutrients. Well, it does. Do your research. Vitamin B12 and B vitamins in general are crucial for energy. But B vitamins aren't a calorie themselves, but they help produce ATP. ATP is our main energy source. So eat your damn meat and don't be vegan. Let's get started here. So I just went grocery shopping, clearly. So these were on sale for $9.80. A lot of times people think you can't eat quality on a carnivore diet. A lot of people think that carnivore diet is expensive, meat is expensive. You just gotta shop smart. I probably go to like 3 to 5 different grocery stores to get my meat. Some are more expensive than others, but some are cheaper than others, and they actually taste different depending on where you go. So if you have the time, find a couple stores that you like to go to and go different days of the week and then load up. I rarely hit the superstore. That's where I got these ground beefs. I only got 5 because my freezer, if you've seen it, is tiny. I live in a studio apartment and I don't have the room for 10 packs of beef. So 1 pound of ground beef is basically less than $5. At some of the grocery stores where I live, 1 pound of ground beef is $15 flippin'. Like, why? So this is a pound of ground beef, and then this is almost a pound of ground beef. So this one was $5. This one was $8.67. So they taste different, but basically this one's cheaper. So you gotta do your grocery hunting and find the store that works best in terms of cost. I get duck eggs from a local co-op. Co-ops, basically you just bulk order online. My co-op is called Cow-op. Moo. So recently I tried cutting out the eggs because I felt like they just weren't digesting well. So right now I'm currently just testing the whites only, and they seem to actually be digesting better. It's common that people are sensitive to the egg yolks. So I might be backwards because everybody's different, but it's worth testing. So we got the ground beefs. That is clearly a staple in my diet, as you can tell. I love ground beef. You can make patties, you can make burgers, you can add them to rice if you consume rice. Then I usually go to the butcher. I did a small butcher shop yesterday as well. I've never, well, not never, I haven't had ground pork in a long time, but recently I've been having pork chops for a change. So I'm gonna try ground pork. Pork fat actually used to make me nauseous, but I think my body's been adapting more to this way of eating. So fingers crossed it stays that way, because getting nauseous in the middle of the night during your sleep is not fun. Got a boneless turkey thigh. I've been also on a chicken kick lately. Chicken thighs in the air fryer. Oh my gosh. They're a good amount of fat, but they're not too much fat, so they're lean. Chicken's not as nutrient dense as beef, but very high protein. You know, the typical bodybuilder diet, chicken, rice, broccoli, right? Like, chicken's still a great source of protein. And leaner if you're looking for leaner. I'm not always feeling the super fatty ground beef, so yeah. Next up is I've been buying deli meat, but it's only smoked turkey, so there's only salt. So I know some brands in the States have like I think it's Applegate brand. It's very clean. So you have to get deli meat without sulfites, nitrites, or nitrates. Just very clean ingredients without sugar. So if you do buy deli meat, it's not bad for you. Just make sure you're aware of the nutrients in them. There's usually more salt than protein for sure, but they're still a great source of protein if you want to throw them into like a keto low carb wrap or throw on some sourdough bread. Very good quick source of protein. Now I don't buy steak that often because it's quite expensive, but I love it. I try to make a tradition habit of ribeye, Sunday ribeye. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know I like my Sunday ribeyes. But again, beef from cow is very nutrient dense. Do not believe what anybody says because it's not true. Research has debunked that. You even get vitamin C from beef. There's even slight amounts of carbs in beef because we store carbs in the form of glucose and glycogen in our body. So that gets stored into muscle meat. Back to the eggs quickly. They're not super high in protein. Obviously the whites are higher in protein than the yolks. But overall, if you do have eggs, either pair it with beef or you need like at least 3 to 4 to get a good source of protein. So if you're still having 2 eggs just for breakfast, like, you can't. Next source of protein that I like is gelatin. I use beef gelatin. It's easy to make a jello out of. You just basically put this in some water, let it puff up a little bit, and then you can heat it. You can even add electrolyte mixes, honey, sweeteners. I like to put MCT oil in here. Then you just let it sit and it becomes jello. Like a healthy, high protein. You can make gummies, anything you want with it. So get yourself some gelatin. One scoop, like 10 grams, has basically 10 to 12 grams of protein. Like, seriously. So easy. And if you're looking for a lower calorie meal but more volume, gelatin is great. You can even put it in, you know, gummies, soups, desserts, sauces, marshmallows. Yeah, you can make marshmallows with it. Next good source of protein is collagen. As you can tell, I sit on my floor a lot. I don't really have chairs because everything's taken up by machines. So collagen protein, it's more like it's better for your hair, skin, and nails. It's not a complete protein because it lacks some of the essential amino acids, but it still counts towards your protein. You don't have to count it towards your total protein, but seriously, like 1 scoop has 20 grams of protein. So you can even do half and half, add collagen to your whey protein shake or your beef protein shake, anything you want. You can also add this in, I like to put it in scrambled eggs because it like basically tastes like nothing and it's a boost of protein. Last thing is, I've had it in videos before, is my protein powder. Yep, discount link below, 15% off. But 1 scoop of that is like 30 grams of protein. So you can't go wrong with that. That is great if you can't tolerate whey protein. If you eat whey protein, if you drink whey protein, whatever you want to call it, it's still a great source of protein. I would use it. I used to use it all the time, but I can't tolerate it. Just make sure you're getting ones with like natural sweetener, even better like unflavored, and add your own like honey and stuff like that. Overall, still good sources of protein. Salmon. I don't have much fish right now, but salmon is a great source of protein, also a great source of omega-3s. Try to get wild salmon. Farm salmon is high in mercury and heavy metals. I also love canned salmon. I love canned sardines. Those are a great source of protein. Any fish really is good. Just try to make sure it's wild caught. Again, I don't have much right now, but I do eat seafood. Also, organ meats are great. Organ meats are great sources of protein. I tend to have bison heart a lot, but sometimes it's not realistic for people. They don't like the taste. So really, any of the things I showed in this video are great sources of protein. The thing with plant-based proteins is they're not complete proteins, so you almost have to pair them with like another food in order to get the full benefit of eating protein. And you have to eat so much of it. Like, I'd rather eat a pound of ground beef than probably 40 cups of broccoli to get the same amount of protein, if not more. So those are some of the sources of protein that you should be adding to your diet. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.